Maya had mastered the art of pretending. Pretending that her heart didn't skip when Daniel walked into the room, pretending that she wasn't aware of the exact sound of his footsteps on the wooden hallway floor, pretending that she was perfectly normal about her best friend's older brother. She met Daniel when she was 14, the first day she went over to her new friend Chloe's house. He had been leaning against the kitchen counter, headphones around his neck, laughing at something on his phone.
Daniel looked up when Chloe dragged Maya inside.
"Daniel, this is Maya," Chloe said. And that was it. A simple introduction, a small nod, a careless smile. But for Maya, it was the beginning of something she would never admit out loud. Years passed, but the feeling didn't. Daniel wasn't just handsome, though he was, in that effortless, messy-haired way. It was the way he spoke softly to their mom when she was stressed, the way he fixed things around the house without being asked, the way he teased Chloe but always defended her when someone else tried. Maya saw all of it. She saw him when no one else was looking. And she fell quietly, completely, hopelessly. The problem was simple. Chloe was her best friend, and Daniel was Chloe's brother. There was an unspoken rule in friendships: you don't cross certain lines. You don't make things complicated. You don't risk everything for something that might not even exist. So Maya kept her love folded neatly inside her chest, like a secret letter she would never send. When Daniel asked about school, she answered casually. When he joked with her, she laughed not too loudly. When their hands brushed passing popcorn during movie nights, she pretended she didn't feel electricity. But at night, lying in her room, she replayed every glance, every word, every almost. One evening, everything shifted. Chloe had gone out with friends, leaving Maya alone at the house finishing a project. A storm rolled in, unexpectedly rain tapping against windows, thunder shaking the air. The power went out. Maya froze. She hated thunderstorms. Always had. A few minutes later, she heard footsteps and the soft click of a flashlight. "You okay?" Daniel's voice came from the doorway. She swallowed. "Yeah, just dramatic weather." He stepped inside, holding the flashlight under his chin in mock horror. "Boo." She laughed despite herself. The room felt smaller in the dark, quieter, the rain louder somehow. Another thunderclap. She flinched. Daniel noticed. "You're scared," he said gently. "No, I'm not." A pause. Another boom of thunder. She jumped again. He smiled softly, not teasing this time. Understanding. Without thinking too much about it, he sat beside her on the couch. "Not too close. Just close enough. It's just noise," he said. "You're safe." Safe. The word wrapped around her heart. For a moment, she allowed herself to imagine what it would be like if this wasn't secret, if she could lean into him without calculating consequences. If loving him wasn't something she had to hide. Thunder cracked again, louder than before. Instinctively, she grabbed his arm. Time stopped. She realized what she'd done and quickly pulled back. "Sorry." But he didn't move away. Instead, he covered her hand gently with his. "It's okay," he said quietly. And in the soft beam of the flashlight, their eyes met, not as Chloe's friend and Chloe's brother, just as two people. There was something different in his gaze now. Something searching. Something that made her pulse race. "You know," he said slowly, "you don't have to pretend around me." Her breath caught. "Pretend what?" "That you don't feel things," he replied. The rain softened. Her heart pounded so loudly she was sure he could hear it. For years she had hidden her love like it was fragile glass. And now here he was, holding it without even knowing how long she had carried it. "I don't know what you mean," she whispered, one last attempt at safety. He smiled, not teasing, not brotherly. "Brave." "I think you do." The silence between them was heavy, but not uncomfortable. It was full, and for the first time, Maya allowed herself to hope that maybe her secret hadn't been as invisible as she thought. Outside, the storm began to pass. Inside, something new had just begun.